Hello and welcome. It is 9 o'clock. It is the 31st day of 2021 of March. I am your grumpy guide of all things gaming, the OGGM. Support me, V8 orange juice energy drink thing, because you were on sale and you've got orange juice in you and whatever. When you have bleh. I'm your grumpy guide of all things gaming, the OGGM, and it is time for the crowdfunding news of the week. All the following Projects Crowdfunding Kickstarters are coming to an end this Friday, so if you want to get on the bandwagon at the last moment and support any of these, check them out at your favorite crowdfunding Kickstarter site or walk on down to your friendly local game store, that's S Games Anime here in Ventura, and order them directly through them. All right, why does this camera always make me look lopsided? Am I lopsided? Is it the chair? You know what? Whatever. Let's check it out. All right, from Legendary Games, we have Legendary Adventures, an epic D&D 5e, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. This is 128 books, lets you take your 5e campaign to 30th level. Considering your average 5th level D&D character right now could take out a god, I don't know why you need to go to 30th level, but whatever. It has some high CR monsters. From Archeron Books, we have Inferno, Dante's Guide to Hell for 5e. Oh, yeah, a book about hell, that's going to get a lot of SJW cancel culture directed at it. So this is the first Dante-esque campaign fantasy setting for 5e. This company studied Dante's original epic poem and translated every monster, phenomenon, and bit of adventure into 5e situation and rules. So if you ever wanted to role play through the Divine Comedy, Inferno, and the other two, I mean, most people know, Dante's Inferno. They forget that there's actually 3 of them. Here's your chance. Yeah, I mean, it is one of the most influential books ever, but really, do you think a book about the Dante's Inferno is going to pass SJW? Yeah. From Onyx Path Publishing, we have Trinity Continuum, adventure tabletop role-playing game. This is the latest edition of the Pulp Action RPG Adventure. It's a source book for the Trinity Continuum core rulebook. The setting offers 1930s type pulp, shadow, Doc Savage type adventures. If you ever wanted to role-play through the Pulp game, the original adventure from White Wolf was amazing. Trinity Continuum is supposed to be a really good system, but of course we know there's a lot of controversy regarding Onyx Path and how they approach the Vampire the Masquerade line. So we'll see what they do. Whatever. From Serpent Cyborg Games, we have Fly Softly for Powered by the Apocalypse. It's a 47-page Solarpunk RPG that deals with a variety of unique ideas, like splicing humans with butterflies. Okay, Solarpunk is not a word. Stop using that word to sell things, okay? You can't just go, oh, Solarpunk, I'm going to invent a new word. No, okay? Stop it. Punk is dead. Long live punk. From Fatum, we have Fatum, Dark Myths Character Creator Deck. This is an RPG accessory. It's a deck organizer box, character deck, 5 expansions, a foil card, die, coin, and notebook. This card system lets you create PCs and NPCs. Okay, whatever. You get a picture, you draw a thing, it's got a name on it, like, Naive, and then you develop an NPC around it. Could be interesting. I don't know what Fatum Dark Myths is, but, anything that helps a DM come up with NPCs or adventures quicker is always a good investment. $95 though, that's a lot of money for 3x5 cards. From Golden Goblin Press, we have Terror of the October Nonomicon from Call of Cthulhu. It's an adventure module with 6 scenarios in it, ranging from kid-centric October-type Halloween adventures all the way up to the down, darker trails type, more what we're usually used to from Call of Cthulhu. Yay, support the second most popular role-playing game in the world. From Post World Games, we have Protocol Squared. This is a GM-less product. Is more or less the second edition of the Home Protocol game series. Fantasy soldiers returning home from a long war and dealing with the aftermath. So, PTS, stuff like that. And are they giving money to Wounded Warrior or, veterans' homes? Because then I would support this if they're giving a percentage of their money to the actual veterans who have suffered. But if not, then yeah, no. Okay, this is an interesting one. It's from Possible World Games. We have an RPG subscription box. You get 6 micro RPGs, each with an original 25 RPGs sent monthly. If you opt for the physical box, you'll get the monthly PDF games, and at the end, a box set with all the games as pocket-sized wired-bound books. Each book is an unique RPG with names like Dating Sim, Hounds, Single Unique Powered, stuff like that. So basically, every month you get a PDF for an adventure, or you can opt for the physical thing, and they'll send you the PDF, and at the end of the first year, they send you all of them. I kind of like that idea. That's something that could be played with more. Sort of zine monthly subscription. It's a different RPG every month. That's what I always thought the RPG box should be. All the RPG, blind boxes that are out there, like Dungeon Box and RPG Crate, are D&D 5th edition centric. And I always thought that it should be more like what Loot Crate originally was before Loot Crate got bad. Each month had a theme, and each month you got things associated with the theme. So one day they would do one month was be superhero role-playing game, and you'd get, anything related to superhero, one specific or superhero role-playing games in general, maybe a copy of a superhero role-playing game, whatever. This sounds like the same idea, but it's PDFs. Each month you get a PDF, no swag, no shirts, no buttons, no toys. But at the end of each year, you get all of them again sent to you as physical prints. Good idea. Definitely what I think RPG blind boxes should be like. So I want to see where this goes. So yeah, let's keep an eye on Possible World Games. And from Entanglement Interactive LLC for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, we have the Dark Energy tabletop role-playing game. This brings you the Dark Energy book series to tabletop. Anybody know what the Dark Energy book series is? Setting considers a version of modern world as magic and monsters suddenly portal in, creating a magical apocalypse. Thundar the Barbarian, Rifts, Tales from the Loop, Shadowrun, but the very first day. I always wondered if they ever did anything with Shadowrun where it's like, this is what happened on the very first day. The Game State Leveling Up in Downtown Spencer campaigns ends this week. This is to purchase and revitalize a storefront in Spencer, Iowa to create a game store. Okay. Valhalla in the fall of 2021 campaigns. This is basically an intimate gathering of wargamers at a large cabin in Heber Canyon, Utah. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a horror movie. Kate Bullock, Cameron White, and Cameron Vince bring you Tales of Veroskika, an not safe for work role-playing game. This is a fiction anthology, 21 stories of monster encounters, and not fights, but the not safe for work encounters. So it's fantasy porn. That Kickstarter's aging. And Richard A. Nax has got Legends of the Dragon Realm, Morgus the Dragon Man print. This is a painting of a Dragon Man from his Legends of the Dragon Realm book. So if you're familiar, God, I can't talk, with Richard A. Nax's work, and you want to pick up a 11x17 print, there you go. That Kickstarter's also ending this week. Of those, the two most interesting definitely is the Possible Worlds RPG subscription box. I think that's the way RPG subscription boxes should go if they're going to continue to be a thing in 2021. And the Protocol Squared Home. I would hope that a role-playing game based upon soldiers coming home from a war would give at least a percentage of their funds to, like Wounded Warrior or something like that, but it doesn't say. On the other hand, Fly Softly from Serpent Cyborg Games is calling itself a Solarpunk role-playing game. That's reason alone to not support this game whatsoever. There's no such fucking thing as Solarpunk. Subscribe. I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming. Do please, if any of these products interest you, walk to your friendly local game store, that's Cess Games Anime here in Ventura, and have them order them or look into it for you. Till next time, I'm tired. I obviously can't talk, so get off my lawn.